Square Enix, huh? Haven't played something by them in a while. Don't really care too much for Final Fantasy these days. But I did care about Nier Replicant back in the day. I remember when Nier Gestalt, or just Nier, came out, I was really excited to play it. I was like, man, this looks cool. This ain't Square Enix's usual Final Fantasy. This looks cool instead. Please enter my name. Let's just go with the regular old TK. Yeah, that's my name. The snow won't stop falling, so TK said he'd stay here with me until it stops. He'll probably leave again when it does, so I kinda hope it snows forever. Yeah, it usually snows in December. Not forever though, unless you're like me and you live in Canada, then it snows for what feels like forever. Yep, still got that awkward letterboxing, where the bottom's bigger than the top. You get used to it after a while, or you don't. And it's transparent too. How? And this is such a cool intro. It sets such a strange mood and tone. Cause like the game isn't this. I believe this was based on like this takes place after one of the like Drakengard 2 endings. The one, I think, I'm probably wrong because I've only ever played like Drakengard 3 to completion, including the DLCs. But like one of they like fall through space and time, and then like one of the dragons and riders ends up in the modern world, and it gets like shot down, and that releases like a virus that destroys the world. And I think that's what's happening here. There's very few people left. And then we learn about the Gestalt and the Replicants and all that shit throughout the game. More so in Nier Automata. That really... What a great game that was. And what a great game the original Nier was. It was definitely lacking in gameplay. But like everything else was spot on. I loved it very much. Oh no, that's not the Nier I know. This is a little boy. So yeah, we didn't get Replicant over here in North America. We got Gestalt, where it was a father and daughter instead of brother and sister. And if you ask me, like, you know, JRPGs, it's always the young pretty boy. And like, I don't mind Japanese stuff. I'm quite fond of Japanese stuff, but like, just the tough dad was a really nice break. I liked it a lot. And I get the whole brother-sister thing is very Japanese, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the North American in me, but I think father-daughter was way more powerful. Alright, how does this game play? Square to attack, L2 to defend.
Get away, you freaks!
Wow, that frame rate. I don't remember a frame rate quite like that. But yeah, I like that the enemies bled and shit. Final Fantasy, not a lot of blood and stuff, but these are like shadow monsters that bleed, and that's pretty cool. I was all about that. The trailer always showed like big monsters getting killed by your giant magical fists and shit, and they were like bleeding and spears going through them and stuff. I was a big fan of the ultra-violence. There's this Yoda girl everyone's talking about.
Hey, you okay?
I think so. I'm sorry. It'll stop in a second. I promise. But what about those monsters? Are they gonna come back for me?
Yeah, I got some bad news.
Don't worry, Yona. I won't let those things anywhere near you.
I won't let any
Sit
bit of,
tight.
of
I'm gonna
melanin
go
or
see if I can
pigment
find
get
something to
anywhere
eat.
near either of us.
Oh,
And that book was in the last scene. We kicked it away, but somehow it's over here. That one's Grimoire and Noir, I
don't
believe.
touch that book. Not ever. Got it?
Yeah, it's freaky as hell that it's over here suddenly. Now that I told her not to, she's absolutely going to. Fucking kids, that's how they do. Alright, I'm gonna fuck you up. Ooh, I'm throwing in some triangles
How many of
too.
these things are there?
Oh, battery's already low. I've pressed
Just keep
too many
coming.
buttons. I guess it has been a while since I've charged this controller. Ow! I got hit. It didn't straighten a cutscene. I really like these shadow monsters. They're very cool. Reminds me of that CG anime, Asian. Also a manga, of course. I think that was a Polygon Pictures one. A Netflix one, same people that did Knights of Sidonia. I really liked that anime. I thought the monsters in that were very cool. Very much like these. Maybe a bit more solid, though. And they made like a weird slurping noise whenever they would appear. Like, not slurping, I guess, like, you know, when you're like, your soda is finished and it's like burbling when you're trying to drink what's left, it made that kind of noise. Something about it was just really creepy. And now we introduce magic. And if I recall correctly, as soon as you get the spear one, you don't really need anything else. I think I went like a spear and the big punch. I believe this is gonna give us a little demonstration of all of them. Of course, we don't start the game with all of them. This is just a little a demo, if you will. Press L1 for Dark Hand. Yeah, it comes out of the book. And I can charge it.
Won't let anyone hurt Yona!
Oh, now it's very big. How long can I charge that bad boy for?
So this is the power of the Black Book.
Yeah, let's just get a whole bunch. Okay, that many times. And then, yeah, you kill a bunch of enemies with the fist, and now it's gonna change to something else, or am I still fisting? I'm still fisting. You can also do the fist while you're swinging your pipe around. And now I can do Dark Blast. Let's learn what that one's all about. Hold the attack or magic buttons to do different things. Oh, wait, yes, R1. R1's the blast. Is that what it told me? Yeah. Getting all sorts of level ups. Yeah, that's, oh yeah, and I guess when you release, yeah, you hold it to shoot, and then you can release it to do a little homing blast. Very Panzer Dragoonish. And yeah, there's like kind of bullet hell style bosses, where you can shoot a lot of their projectiles with that. Or I think there's just like a generic version of it. Okay, anyways, now I'm doing a different one. Yes, that. Let's charge that shit up. And there's always a little visual representation of how charged it is. That's pretty cool, it like spikes them up. And I believe eventually you get to a point where when you're charging it, it goes into slow motion. So you have like more time to charge it, I think. I don't super know. Oh, yeah, I guess it wants me to charge some up. Get all these guys at once. Let's get right in the middle. That's about as middle as it gets. I feel like that the camera could be faster. Can I make the camera go a bit faster? Wow, there's a whole shit ton in here. I don't remember there being nearly that much control over the... Oh yeah, that's a bit better. Get fucking spiked. And that guy's dead. Now we just gotta get rid of this little baby. With metal pipe. Okay, so I can hold it to sprint. Okay, you don't have to hold the dodge button to sprint, you just merely have to dodge and then hold the button. Interesting. Oh yeah, now we're getting the little projectiles. So I think like the red ones you can just stop with your blasts for the most part. I think there's like darker ones that you cannot, that you actually have to dodge. I think attacking them also works. Why don't we test that out? Yeah, you can destroy them with attacking. Jump over it. Alright, this is really cool and all, but aren't you going to show me the other magic moves? I forgot about block. I feel like I probably never blocked playing Nier. I'm more of a dodge kind of guy. Alright, now we can do Darklands. This is the one I was talking about. Yeah, and they just circle around you a whole bunch. Yeah, so you can generally get it to completely surround you, so I guess it's only showing me like the half of full power version. You just toss a spear. But yeah, it's like super good, because if you're like fighting one very strong enemy, you just like power them all up and throw them all at one guy for huge damage. And you can, yeah, it targets one, but I think you can actually like kind of change the... Yeah, if you line them up, it'll just go through, like, once the guy's dead, it goes through him into the one behind him. Yeah, that didn't home onto this other guy. Let's stop all that shit with the book. And then jump up there and get him. Oh, I fucked that up. Guess I should just spear. It's like, hey, flying guys are easy to hit with spear. That is the best way to use that move.
Yoda.
Also, was it putting like the character name, which is just currently question marks, beneath the dialogue? That's a hot new take. Definitely want to pass through all this shit and just target him. Yeah, look at that big damage. Take out these babies with the little blasts. Let's get... No, circle around enemies, get this guy. Yeah, thanks for the homing. Also, like, whenever you kill an enemy and they're like little blood points zoom towards you, there's like a creepy weird whisper or like muttering, and just like all the aesthetics of Nier was so really cool, and it's so much more than what we're actually seeing here. But because this is just going to be like an opening like thoughts video, there's like a lot of genre switches in this. Yeah, let's get a nice full one. Ouch. There's like there's one part in the game where you're in like a mansion and like the camera angle is fixed, much like a survival horror, like Resident Evil style. And there's even a like portion of the game that's literally just a text adventure, where you're just literally reading text and then you have to pick up on certain clues and answer questions later. And yeah, that sounds pretty boring. So that's not a great representation of how cool and mixed up the game is. But then there's another one where the camera angle is way pulled back, like a Diablo-style hack and slash. Okay, destroy those parts within time limit to defeat the enemy. Oh, I guess I wasn't targeting the spot I was supposed to. I was just targeting his body. Wow, level 30 already. Jesus Christ. But yeah, there's also a lot of parts where it goes into like a side-to-side platforming game. Like your left and right platforming, that's really cool. Probably wants us to go check on Yona. And sometimes there's like kind of bullet hell parts where you're like dodging in a couple different perspectives. Sometimes I think there's a section where you're like
Yona,
riding on
talk
like
to
this
me.
cart shooting at things around you.
Okay, I'm fine.
Automata
What
did
about
it too, where it gave you those
Those guys
like
were nothing.
those like shoot 'em up
Okay,
parts.
good.
That was really cool.
Hey, by the way, look at this. I found it while you were gone.
Wow. Is that a cookie?
Here. We can split it.
I can't fucking
you
believe
take
it. You got a cookie?
No, you need to eat too.
Yeah, after all, I just did a bunch of fighting and
I'll
magic
take the
wielding.
small half.
No. Come on. You need to keep up your straight.
Oh, Nate-chan.
Yona! Yona!
Oh no. I'm sorry I dropped the cookie. I didn't mean to.
It's fine.
Yona?
I think it's well past the 10-second rule, but, you know, we can make an exception.
You've always
Things are desperate. We've bumped up to the 1-minute rule.
so
You touched the damn book, didn't you? I fucking told you.
Yona! Yona!
So I kind of dabbled a little bit in Drakengard, but I didn't really like them. I played the first one for a little bit, and like, I don't know, it just wasn't vibing with me. Drakengard 1 and 2, I dabbled very little in those. Those could use remakes too. Like the way this is getting a remake, let's go in backwards order here. And let's start doing the Drakengard games now too. The third one I did play all the way through. I was vibing with that one a wee bit more. I actually played it because at an anime convention 100 of years ago, I met a Kaine cosplayer, and I was talking to her because, well, obviously we had something in common. We both really like Nier. And she was talking about Drakengard, and I was like, yeah, the third one looks pretty cool, but I don't know if I can get into it because I haven't been able to enjoy the first two. And she told me it was a prequel, so I just dove right in. And Drakengard 3, it's janky as heck and kind of frustrating, but you know what? I got through it. I got through the whole thing, all the endings too, and it was very difficult. The like end of the game is like this stupid rhythm game with really bad visual representation of when you're supposed to push the buttons. I tried it multiple times, and then I used like a YouTube guide where you like sync up your game with theirs, and they have like actual on-screen prompts, much like a DDR, and yeah, it's many years later. These characters are long since fucking dead. And it actually worked, and like the very last note in the entire thing is such a troll because you can't even hear it or see it. You just have to know. And it's like, Yokotaro, what the fuck? No one's actually going to be able to get through this. And it was very hard. I feel no shame in using that guide, and I strongly recommend anyone does. Look, here's just a tiny example of the side-scrolling part.
With you today?
Better not. I'm probably going hunting.
Okay.
But I'll bring you back a book from the library, okay?
Yay! Thanks.
I'll see you later. Try and get some rest.
Now we get to... Well, I guess I can still look forward and backwards, but yeah, this little example of... Oh, do I not have double jump? Is there no double jump in Nier? Oh, I'm coming from that side. Yeah, let's examine this shit. There's usually goodies here. I think these goodies respawn too. Maybe not that one. Yeah, I really like that transition too.
And see what Popola's up to.
And we have Popola and Devila, of course. Kind of already know what that's about. I think I want to pull the camera out like all the way. It's way too close. Wow, that's not a huge adjustment. Can't break those barrels. Now I just have like a regular ass cool sword. It kind of looks like a D's sword from Vampire Hunter D. I cannot attack the chickens. So yeah, this that opening was one of those standard. Here's the kind of cool shit you will get, and now all I have is a sword and a jump. Oh, I guess I also have a kick. Always take that shortcut, and there should be a save point right here, right? Yes, mailboxes. Pan awkwardly to the strange place I discovered it in. This game is gonna have autosave, right? Well, it probably does for like checkpointing, but I think like if you quit the game, that's the best you can do.
Young people always drive themselves forward, but it's important to take a step back and look around sometimes.
Also, I don't think the dialogue for these NPCs was voiced in the original. Because I remember having a hard time interpreting them, because when I first got my PS3, I had like one of them like shitty non-LCD TVs. I had a big old chunky one. And text and graphics did not like display very correctly on those. So like that green health bar in the top right, I thought it was just solid green. I didn't realize it had patterns on it. In fact, I think the original Nier had like little flower patterns on it and stuff, so that's kind of boring what I'm looking at now. And the text was so small on the TV that I could barely see it. So I'm pretty sure these weren't voiced, because that wouldn't have been a problem if that were the case.
There's no better sight than children in high spirits. It makes me feel young just.
And even like the little details, like in this text box, you can see like symbols along the top and bottom and like little magic circles and stuff. A lot of those details were lost on me. I did actually get a new TV while playing Nier, so I was able to appreciate the details eventually.
Morning.
And then of course we have the fantastic soundtrack. Now the lyric track has stopped because she was the one singing and now she's talking to me.
Hey, Devila.
I like that. It's a nice little thing.
You keep running around like that, you're gonna trip and fall on your face.
I think I'll be okay, but thanks for the warning.
And now it's back to the lyrics track.
I know Yona means everything to you, but don't overwork yourself, alright?
What a nice touch. And of course it's a made up language, but it's such a beautiful song. Like all the songs in this, like this is one of the first games I played where it's like they're not afraid to like put like singing in like video game songs. I don't super. Yeah, the library's up there. Okay. It's coming back to me now, the layout of the place. I hadn't actually played Nier since, well, when it came out. That was a pre-order for me too. Did you
Young people.
Yeah, you got way the hell up here, old man. That's impressive. Yeah, that was a pre-order for me because I thought it looked just so cool, and I was glad I did. Because like I said, all the little changes and stuff throughout the game, like
I'm coming to see you
when the
today,
gameplay
Popola.
changes during the
I
game,
promise.
it's really cool. And the bosses are cool too. Just really excited to get more into this game. Today Popola sent me a new book about a great big tree. I really hope it has a happy ending. There's nothing worse than a sad tree. There really is nothing worse than that, huh?
These books speak of ancient technology far beyond anything we could ever imagine. What could have happened to this world?
I don't know, probably a dragon disease. Who knows? I believe she's over here. This is her room, right? Yeah.
Good morning. How's Yona doing today?
Her cough's still pretty bad.
That's worrisome.
Yona definitely has the coronavirus, and I need to
know.
keep her inside. And I've probably given it to you and the two old men I've spoken to, so you might want
I
to
keep hoping she'll at least get
dig a
little
couple
better.
graves ahead of time.
I don't know. I feel like I'm failing her.
Oh, stop that. You're the finest brother a girl could hope to have. Anyway, I was hoping you might take care of this for me. I got a request from someone in the shopping district. They need you to get some mutton from the northern plains.
Here we go. This is JRPG shit.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Let's
Since
go
you're going to
kill
the plains,
animals for meat for
let me give you a
quests.
map. Trust me, it'll come in handy.
I believe one of my very first YouTube videos was a tutorial video on how you can get the trophy for killing 50 sheep in the second half of the game. Because something happens at the halfway point that makes the sheep go away. Okay, it's the tab button.
Oh, and one more.
And but one of the DLCs actually puts a mini game into Nier that still allows you to kill sheep after the halfway point. So I made a little guide video on how to do that.
Would you mind purchasing 3 medicinal herbs from the client while you're at it? I used my last one earlier.
Because much like Nier Automata, there was a weird halfway thing where, like with Nier Automata, you'd play through the first half twice and then you get the second half. But in this, you play through the first half and then you get the second half twice. And the second half is absolutely worth playing through a second time.
Here's some money.
Popola, this is way too much.
Well then, buy some for Yona while you're at it.
You don't have to...
It's okay. Really.
Alright, let's fucking peace out.
Thanks, Popola. For everything.
What's this all about?
I want you to marry me.
Just the way you and the other villagers always take care of us.
Be the mother of... Wait, nope, I'm her brother in this. Be her big sister-in-law for me. Christ, that's weird.
We really appreciate it is all.
Think nothing of it. People need to look out for each other, right? Besides, everyone here wants to see Yona healthy and happy. So hang in there, okay?
I will.
Hells yeah. I'm gonna have the best little sister ever, you just fucking wait. And I believe this room...
I guess it's locked.
Oh, okay, yeah, there was, every time you beat a boss, I think you got like a little miniature, and it would go on the shelf in this room, if I'm remembering correctly. And like, if you want some lore dumps, you can just kind of like run along here until you see a prompt, or is that only on the bottom floor? Or is that not at all? Hey, Short Shorts.
Popola asked me to organize the books, but I had no idea there were so many. I never should have taken this job.
How could you not know there was, like, you can just look. You can just look and see that there's a fucking metric shit ton. Is there fall damage? No, not here at least. Oh, what are these kids up to?
Seems like people did nothing but write books in the old days. And I can't read them either. They're all written in funny languages.
It's written in moon runes. No one can understand it. Oh,
Yona?
the fuck you doing here,
hey.
stupid
Yona,
child?
You're supposed to be in bed.
You're supposed to be quarantined.
See, now your ribbon's all undone.
I'm sorry. I just thought I'd see if the library had any books about how to cure my sickness.
Yona, look, don't worry. You're gonna be fine. You just need to eat and rest. If you take good care of yourself, you'll get better.
You really think so?
I know so. Anyway, I've got work to do, so I need you to head home. Deal?
Deal.
So even though I was saying that I did really prefer Father Nier over Brother Nier in terms of aesthetic, I suppose, I'm willing to let this one grow on me. Because, like, you know, you see remakes all the time, remakes and re-releases, and it's like, hey, it's the game I know and love again and prettier. And that's fine. But I feel like, you know, giving me the option that I didn't have
People
before,
say the world is dying.
letting me play as Brother Nier,
Populations
that makes it
continue to fall,
different.
while plague and
So,
disease run rampant.
It's not going to get boring. I'm going to look forward to it.
If that wasn't enough, monsters called Shades now roam the land as well, threatening our very lives. But I can't let any of that distract me. My sister is sick, and my only goal is to ensure that the two of us survive. It's not easy for a pair of kids to live on their own. But the villagers have been kind to us, and despite everything, somehow I feel like we're gonna be okay. We have to be. There's no other choice.
Yeah, sentiments like that, especially in games like this. Always a prelude to disaster. You really fucked it up. Find some wood to knock on it. We gotta knock on some wood or it's all fucked. Oh, I do have a double jump. I didn't have a double jump in the past. Ooh, there's a fucking sparkly. What is the... Oh, that's circle. No, fine, there it is. Medicinal herb. I'll give this to Yona and everything will be fine. Okay, so I was supposed to go into the village. The green thing is the save point. Okay, Northern Plains, the X means this is where you want to go. I guess I don't need to go talk to the person for the quest. The fuck is an animal call? That was never a thing, I don't think. Oh no, I think that's for controlling your teammates when you eventually get some. Was there not, Oh yeah, these are the two, automata swords. Maybe I'll equip this. Sure, it's like 50 stronger, make it a little easier. Where's, how do I access... There's like a quest menu, right? Well, I mean, I guess there is just a thing at the bottom. It just tells me. Oh, right. I don't have the book because Vice is the book and we haven't met Vice yet. Yeah, that makes fucking sense, idiot. I really hope that like people that hopped onto the Nier story at Automata aren't disappointed by this, because it is very much a classical style JRPG. Devil and Pablo came to keep me company today. They even sang a song for me. It was really great. I need to practice so I can sing to TK when he gets back. And yeah, this was one of those games where you set the name of the main character. I mean, what's weird is it didn't have something in there by default. It just asked for my name. I think generally the default is just Nier. This is a very nostalgic song for me too. You hear it a lot because this is one of those games where it's not like one of those RPGs where you're always moving forward into like new place after new place. You do discover new places, of course, but in order to get to new places, you're passing through old places a lot. There's not really a fast travel thing. So you get to hear these songs a lot and they really grow on you. Okay, so R3, change to pause auto battle. Oh yeah, that's not a thing I have on. Yeah, strip that meat. I missed that message because I was pressing circle looking for it. Oh, I got bloody footprints now. I wonder if there's a trophy for killing 50 sheep, because if there is, I'll probably just do it ahead of time in this. Because I don't think I'll... Oh yeah, sweep it right away. Yeah, the combat definitely seems a little cooler, a little smoother in this. Oh wow, there's like blood on my face now too. I'm not trying to look up that sheep's butt, I'm trying to look at my face. Oh, it's gone now. Just fell off, I guess. But yeah, because like the DLC for the original Nier, you would get a...
I better get this mutton back to the village.
I'm gonna do a bit more killing first while I talk. There was even though you were forced to play as Papa Nier, as we are forced to play as Brother Nier in this, the DLC, it gave you like some missions, and it didn't like use your level or strength or equipment. It was all like a set difficulty, much like an action game without RPG elements, and you got to play as Brother Nier instead. And it had like remixed versions of the tracks from the game. And I think that also added the minigame that you would access around the northern part of this map, which would let you ride a boar. And the idea would be to smash into as many sheep as you could. And that was available after the second half, or maybe the whole time, but after the second half there's no more sheep in the field. So that would be how you'd go about getting that trophy. And I don't know if that is a thing that we can do in this game. So if there is a trophy for killing the 50 sheep, I'll definitely be doing that before the cutoff point. That's one of those things that, having played the game before, I have a bunch of knowledge that's going to be super useful. And that's actually sort of a theme of the second playthrough, the second half, is you play through the second half.
Damn.
Oh,
What are
shades.
Shades doing so close to town?
And this is an interesting part too, like as you may remember in Automata, the first robots you encounter don't attack you. And it's the same in this too. A lot of people, including mine, your reaction is when you see the monsters you swing at them. But like in Automata, the robots won't attack you, these guys won't attack you because it's meant to show that they're not actually your enemy. Spoiler alert for like an 11-year-old game, by the way, but that's how it is in this. Okay, so while I was scrolling through this, I noticed that a whole bunch of these off the bat, like right off the bat, were hidden. And I was like, oh, please tell me it's not doing that fucking thing that the original Nier did, where every single trophy was hidden. And back then, you couldn't just press X and then don't look for a moment because I'm going to reveal this, and then press square to reveal what it was. You would just have to look it up online because you could not reveal what they were, and every single one of them was hidden. But now I'm seeing that we have these, and it's like, thanks for doing that instead, because what a load of shit it was. So yeah, that's you need to do that to get a certain ending. The quest one, of course, you'll do if you're just vigilant about doing as many quests as you can. Collect a bunch of gold, read all that stuff. It's more hidden. Oh, I guess there are a lot of... God damn it, there are a lot of hidden ones here, huh? And yeah, there was ones for defeating bosses in a certain amount of time, which was a lot easier second playthrough. Some of these actually should be hidden because they're a little spoilery. I'm just gonna fucking kill him because I'm a bad dude that doesn't care. But yeah, like I was saying, it's one of those things where oh, I'm not level 30 anymore like in the previous world. The once you beat the game, it takes you back to the halfway point where things change.
I had no idea Shades were loose so close to the village.
And that's why you absolutely need to do the sheep thing before the second half, because when you do a New Game Plus, it takes you back to the halfway point. And it does one of those things, much like with Automata did, or I guess rather the original did before that, where it gives you more information about the things around you, it gives you more context, and it really changes the way you look and feel about things, and look at and feel about things in the game. And it's rather heartbreaking. I remember crying a bit. This game's a tearjerker, because the characters are good. I actually kind of regret that
I can't even go hunting in peace anymore. Time to get this meat to the shopkeeper.
I regret that the game doesn't open with that like video cuts, like a kind of a music video that begins with Kaine saying her very famous dialogue, like shit talking Vice, because I was ready to say it exactly the way she said it and nail it, but the game did not open with that.
Here's that mutton you wanted.
Oh, thank
But
you.
also, absolutely do not
believe how
watch that video
popular
because
this
it's
stuff has
full
been
of
lately.
spoilers. They don't give a shit.
And this isn't much, but I'd like you to have it. And tell Popola I said thanks, okay?
You got it.
Yeah, shops and shit. RPG shit. I want to talk to the lady with the dog.
You aren't out hunting today?
I want to talk to your fucking dog.
Oh,
Make sure you stock up on necessities before heading out to hunt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these didn't have dialogue before. That's a nice new touch. These maps will be super useful. They're kind of expensive. I should just buy them all right away, though. Let's just spend all my fucking money on them.
Come back anytime.
I believe the trophy for having a bunch of money, that was not accumulative. You just had to have that much on you at a time. So I remember, like, after I'd beaten the game twice, I think I gotten, like, endings A and B. I'm not sure if I maybe I got C, but I don't think I got ending D. Because I was going for the trophy where you, like, maximize all the weapon levels and stuff, and that was such a grind that I just simply never finished it. There was a really another awful one in regards to the garden just outside your house. You would get seeds and you'd plant them in this garden, and it looks like, because the color there, that's going to be a thing that it explains to me later, but you had to grow something called the lunar tear, which is pretty special in this universe. And it was really hard, and it like actually used real world time to like pass in the growing of like flowers and crops. So you'd have to like, oh, Yona's not here. What the fuck? So you'd have to plant your flowers, save the game, and either just like wait or like go to your PS3 clock and like adjust it. Oh, there's a red thing there. I should have just known to go to that. And you'd have to adjust the clock manually to trick the game into thinking time had passed, and you would do that over and over again, and it would just like, there would be a chance that you wouldn't get it, so you'd have to like redo it and really try a number of times. It was a huge ordeal. A lot of the trophies in like the Drakengard 3 and Nier games are a huge ordeal. Upgrading all the weapons was such a huge, like just a huge grind. I put the difficulty up to like increase the drop rate, but there was like one or two items that are just like super rare drops,
I delivered
and I
the
just got
mutton.
tired of doing it after a while.
Oh, and here's your herbs.
Great. That should help with the food shortage. And thanks for the herbs, too. That's all for today. You should hurry back to Yona.
Thanks.
Now Yona will be home. I did not follow the X marks the spot. Always take the shortcut. Hells yeah. Yeah, I guess just being back in this town is already giving me such huge nostalgic vibes. Oh yeah, you can't jump over that part. You gotta be very specific about where you jump. Oh, see another glowy. Yeah, these just come back all the time. And this is a many-hour game too. You will be playing it for quite a while. Yona, now you're home.
Welcome home.
The fuck were you a
How'd
moment
it go
ago?
today? Anything exciting happen? Cause I just stayed here all day like you told me to. I tried reading books, but I finished all of them.
Oh man, I know that problem. You gotta get yourself a Kindle, so you don't have to keep buying and like having a whole bunch around.
So if you have any fun stories, you should tell me.
Well, Popola told me about a legendary flower called a lunar tear. Have you heard of it?
That's a silly name.
I guess. But people say finding one will make you rich beyond your wildest dreams.
Actually, it just unlocks a trophy.
If I ever found one, I'd buy you so many cookies your stomach would hurt.
Could a lunar tear make me better?
Sure. With that kind of money, we could buy the best medicine around. The kind that'll cure anything. Yona? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Good night.
Alright, good night, Pumph. The next morning. I guess she decides bedtime. I wasn't ready to go to bed. It was still so bright out.
I'm off to Popolis. See you later. And please stay out of trouble today, okay?
Okay.
What a sweet little sister. Annoying that it always points the camera towards me, like I want to move straight towards the camera. Yeah, now that the game has started, it does take a while to really get rolling, but it gets there. The places you visit are really cool. There are like I think there's like one or two other towns.
I heard they've got discount vegetables today.
Oh shit! Celery on sale? Sign me the fuck up, Dell. Oh, I already read that one. I feel like they probably could have got rid of that loading sequence. Maybe we could have made it a bit more dynamic with entering the library. At least it's a quick one.
Hey, Popola. Need a hand with anything?
I do have something, but I don't know. It's going to be a bit of an ordeal.
I'm sure I can handle it.
Aren't you confident? Well, you know the little wooden bridge out in the northern plains, right?
The one where the pillars all rotted out?
Exactly. We had a team of carpenters working on it, but they were attacked by shades.
Wait, really? But it's so sunny there.
Yes, I know. Apparently, it was overcast that day, and the shades caught them off guard. One of the carpenters was seriously injured, but they can't move him so long as the shades are there.
I'll go take him out.
if you're up for it. It could be really dangerous.
Yeah, I've got
I'll be
2B's sword.
fine,
I can
Popola.
handle it.
I've been training every day. I'm as strong as anyone in the village. Heck, I killed a bunch of shades by the village gate just yesterday.
Oh? That's a bit disconcerting. Anyway, are you sure you want to take this job?
Yep,
Hells yeah.
I got this.
I'm an RPG protagonist with nothing else to do. Alright, so it appears I cannot change my costume in-game. That can only be done at the main menu. I think that was also the case in the original Nier, but I feel like we probably could have not done that here. We probably have the technology to support these kind of things. It's kind of funny in a charming way that how it's like, you know, this is a remake. Of course, the graphics are nicer for the most part, and the combat is improved. But it's like, we're still gonna leave a couple of those classic RPG nuances in there, and I think I appreciate that because, like I said, I am pretty excited to play the game I know and love with changes like this being a completely new character. But it's also good to remember the things I liked about the original. Oh, wow, December 1st, that's the day before my birthday. I don't want to be a sad tree on my birthday.